white yesterday after keeping the faith at Sardis Road for almost 2 decades.
I could bite like a tarantula, right through the skin, and leave my poison right.
These days, if a player spends 18 months with one team, he wants a loyalty bonus. Try 18 years. Try Dale McIntosh and his passion and pride for Pontypridd. Yesterday was his 452nd game, and also his last.
The most important thing is meeting good mates and friends and watching them come and go. And over the 18-year period, being through my fair share of coaches, and good coaches at that, and good guys. You know, Neil Jenkins, who was an absolute icon in this area. Young Martin Williams, you've got your Phil Johns, the Nigel Benzanis, and the Mark Rowleys in the process. So absolutely phenomenal.
And is there one game here that will stick out in your mind when you finish?
It's probably 3 or 4, you know. Obviously the Bath game was huge for us because we're unknown identity then, and we were written off previously, as Bath had such a tremendous side, and all the talk was about Jason Robinson and Henry Paul signing from Rugby League, and we were supposed to have 40 points put on us. Didn't quite work out that way.
Robinson, McIntosh, phenomenal tackling.
To be honest with you, I've tried to treat it as just another game, in all respect to the opposition and the players, but coming here today, I got a funny feeling that it's not going to be quite of the ordinary sense. It'd be quite emotional, I suppose. I can't burst out into tears before the game, obviously, but hopefully, you know, people will appreciate that. I do respect this club. I appreciate everything they've done for me over the years.
You can still get around the field. Any chance of a few one-off comebacks?
My village, I'll probably have a run out for my village in the green and reds of runners the ball, but that's about it. I'll spend my time up the wreck and hopefully put my experience into fruition as a coach down here.
Lovely. Great. Good man. Thanks, Dale. A message on the Scrum 5 message boards this week was from a long-suffering opponent. He said he'd been splattered in a tackle by the chief and described it as an honour and a privilege.
Graham Thomas with Dale McIntosh. Were you ever splattered by the chief?
No, I was too quick, I think. Too quick and too evasive.
Now, especially if he's watching, this isn't meant disrespectfully, Dale, honestly. The great thing about him is that the aura and legend around him is arguably greater than the player that Dale McIntosh was. He brought an awful lot more to the table than just playing ability.
Well, I think that's important, and that's what Dale has done, you know. He's been a tremendous servant for Pontypridd Rugby and a great ambassador on the field for Pontypridd Rugby. And I think those values that Dale carries are really sort of sometimes missing in the modern game. Someone that plays from the heart, someone that brings the best out of the players around him, and I think that is sometimes an ingredient that's missing in the modern game, because I think sometimes we look at stats and different things, and like you said, ability-wise and footballing ability, but I think rugby is such a game where you need people of those ingredients that I talk about to bring out the best of playmakers about you. You know, you get show ponies in rugby teams, you get you know, glory boys, but you need someone that pulls it all together, and that ingredient is what Dale McIntosh brought to Pontypridd for many seasons, and he'll be sorely missed. A great player.
Kingsley, I know you know Dale quite well, actually. He was a star guest at your wedding and had a role looking after Andrew Sheridan, the England prop.
Yeah, that's right.
You better explain.
Yeah, he played Andrew Sheridan with about 11 pints of Strongbow, I think, by 6 o'clock. Andrew's married to a girl from Bilthwell, so I'd never seen him drunk before, but he started singing Cal on Land then, word for word, didn't get anything wrong, and of course the Maori boys and the Gwent boys, we didn't quite know the words ourselves, so it was a good day, but I had to keep him from the chief after 6 o'clock. But no, I agree with Gary, you know, what a personality, and he's everything about the club, you know. There's not many people bigger than the club, but if there's anyone, Dale is almost that person.
And you've still got the bags under your eyes.
I still got a few scars and a few... I put him down more than he put me down, though, honest.
Fantastic. Unfortunately, as is sadly usual at this time of year, the